Did we? Was last week the election? Or was that 2 weeks ago?
That was last Tuesday.
That was last Tuesday.
We did it on the election day.
It seems so long ago, bro.
We didn't even know who was gonna win at the time.
We did not know. I knew. I knew who was winning. I knew he was winning the moment they announced Kamala was taking over.
Called it, man.
I was like, no. The only person who was gonna.
Called it.
Only person who could have won was Michelle Obama, dog. That's the only person on earth.
Now, there's a clip going around right now where there was like, no woman can't run this country. What is wrong with y'all? You seen that clip?
No.
Yeah.
Who is it?
It's a white woman. A white woman said that.
Of course.
Because they had pranked her.
Uh-huh.
They pranked her and said, oh my God, 20,000 votes just came in and Kamala Harris won. And she's like, no, she didn't. No woman can run this country. I was like, oh.
Boy.
He's like, but you're a woman. Yeah.
I think that's more of the reason why she didn't win than anything is because she was a woman, and then on top of that being a black woman. But there's enough male chauvinist in every race to keep a woman out, because there's no reason Hillary shouldn't have won that first one.
Yeah.
You talk about one of the most qualified candidates to be president. Who was more qualified than Hillary?
Yeah.
She spent 8 years in the White House traveling around meeting all the world leaders. That was just from being the wife. Had major adversity, overcame it. Still, she was a senator for a long time.
Yeah.
In New York.
Yeah.
And then Obama hired her to be secretary of something. So she worked in there for another 4 years.
Yeah.
No one was more qualified, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And they was like, but you have a vagina.
And yeah, people just and then they really punched Kamala in the face when they were just like, you lost. You can't even come out to say I'm sorry. Your was it
Her peoples?
You know, when she was at Howard and she didn't say like, hey, this is why she never came out to the next morning. So they was like, see, this is why she can't even run the country, because she could even face her truth of losing.
Yeah.
So I was like, golly, they just found all types of way.
I mean, at that point, it didn't matter. She was like, but you know what? I feel like she dodged a bullet for one. And I feel like you don't want this job with this people. Kamala would have aged 100 years in a day.
Funny.
You ever see those? For some reason, I mean, what's his name was already old, but look what happened to Biden in 4 years.
Yeah, well, he was 97 when he got the office.
I think Trump didn't age at all because he didn't give a fuck. I don't think he stressed about shit.
I don't think Trump realized how out of control he is. He believes the things he said. He's like, what about this? He's like, I never said that, and we just accept it.
We have you on video saying that. No, fake news.
Never said that.
AI, fake news. Twitter says Kamala was still more qualified. She worked in every branch of government and every level. Also, Trump still didn't concede from the first time. Polls are showing that Kamala has a lead if she runs for California governor in 2 years. You know what? First off, Kamala,
yep.
Kamala only had 4 or 5 months to campaign, where Trump had 4 years. And you know who was in the news crazy?
Who?
Was Trump.
Yeah.
He was world news about the whole eviction. I was like, man, it was good press for him.
Yeah.
And then the whole shooting in the ear.
The fact that he didn't even do the preliminary of the Republicans who was like, who's going to be?
Yeah, have to.
He was like, y'all handle that.
Yeah, he didn't. He's like, we all know it's me. But you know what, bro? It's like the circus did what the circus is supposed to be. You know what I mean? Kamala, like, I've seen her. Kamala.
It's Kamala. You got to think about
Kamala.
Yeah.
I seen her husband once. Right? It was a nice white dude.
Yeah.
And she adopted some white kids.
What they got to do anything?
I'm just saying, like, her life was so private.
Right.
Like, I was like,
what about Melania?
What I'm saying is that Trump is a circus, right? So there's the circus show. No matter Melania's in it or not, Trump is taking all the new, like, he's mainstream news for stuff that had nothing to do with politics.
Every single time. When you keep hearing the name, you be like, I don't know if this is good or bad, but I keep hearing it.
I was like, within just a circus, she couldn't keep up just being in the news. I was like, it's just enough. And she didn't get enough time to fully campaign. Like, dude literally had 4 years. So
right.
And then, man, he has his cult following.
Yeah.
So,
Like again,
and then you got your racists and your sexists. Everybody who's down with discrimination was like, "Oh, Team Trump, we can discriminate freely around here," in all sorts of forms.
So did you hear about? They had said there was a spike November 5th about how can I reverse my vote. There was a spike.
What?
That people were like, I messed up. I made a huge mistake because they started to see like, oh, he really used us. He don't, huh?
What?
A Google search. People were searching like, how can I reverse my my spike?
When did they go like, oh, as soon as he won, they're like, ah.
Yeah, as in like, oh, okay. I'm starting to realize he really used us. And obviously that had to be Trump supporters because why would you say that? I want to lose now. So it was 100%. Trump supporters realizing like, okay, he really pulled a fast one on us.
Or maybe people didn't want to be on the losing team. It was like, oh, I did vote for the loser. Damn. I think she dodged a bullet, bro.
I got what you said.
What?
I voted for the loser. Let me, because I need credit. If they look me up, I want to know that I won.
What's up, Jimmy Allen? 2 for 9, 2 for 50. A. Richmond says Kamala never had a chance. Yeah, she didn't. What's up, Spicy Original? Trump is a shame, but didn't surprise me. Yeah, I mean.
Definitely surprised me, dude.
How, Dion?
It surprised me.
He did this already.
It surprised me because I was like, you just really biting yourself in the. Well, not biting, shooting yourself in the foot, bro. And I was like,
biting yourself in the foot is hilarious. Yeah.
And I was just like, how do you keep ruining? Like, you're
like,
picking.
How did you? The first one surprised me. I couldn't believe he won. I said, ain't no way. Right. After that, I was like, I don't know, man. Biden might be up out of there. But there was a huge push to get him out of there. And this time, there wasn't a huge push for Kamala. It just wasn't enough to sway people side to side.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I'm not really into politics. I can't tell you what a great job or bad job Biden's done in 4 years. I really can't tell. Honestly, I hardly really notice changes from president to president.
Yeah, it really do comes down to I think locally you will feel the difference, but when it comes to like United Nations situations, when it comes to like the borders and the taxes, the major taxes and the tariffs and the fracking, that's when it affects the entire world. But if you're not in that, your finances not in that, when it comes to tax breaks, obviously Trump did it respectfully for himself.
The fellow riches.
Right. He respectfully did it for his peoples. Yeah. The fact that he got Elon Musk in the administration lets me know that.
Oh, what is he doing in there?
Oh my God! Please, I'm sure Tula knows. What is Elon Musk doing in the administration camp? Can somebody look it up for me?
Is he the head of going green?
It'll be perfect. It'll be perfect for something like how can I make more money for the country? The fact that you are the richest man in the world. We have not seen one sort of donations of how you help the homeless, or you can reverse any sort of housing issues or donating money. He just like this. I need to keep making more money. He is heading up a new thing called Doge.
Is this like the Doge coin?
Oh, if he's doing that, hey, I'm looking at my Doge account right now.
Trump tags Musk to lead a Department of Government Efficiency with who?
Department
Ramaswamy.
Oh, that's what Doge mean.
Ramaswamy? Is that a person? Is that a thing? What is that? What's up, Ramaswamy?
Yeah. He's a
Vic
Vic Ramaswamy. He was running for president too.
I wanted Andrew Yang. Remember him? Yang Gang?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm gonna give everybody $1,000, broken knot. I said, let's do it, baby.
But he was also a Democrat.
I was down with Andrew. Yang Gang. Bang bang yang gang.
I actually like Pete Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
But the problem is, he was gay, and America don't like that sort of representation.
Yeah, I mean, damn. You know what sucks about that? it looks bad to other countries because there are seriously, just being honest, there are other countries who are
anti,
very much so, as in kill you, anti about it.
you could have never did it.
Not now, not yet. The rest of the world has to catch up with.
Being progressive.
Yeah, it's 2024, dog.
Right.
Homosexuality has been around since the dawn of time.
Right.
It has been around from the beginning.
Yeah.
I really think that it was a bunch of dudes and they just killed each other, and God was like, "What is happening here?" Yeah, because bro, how many times we might have talked about this before?
Yeah.
How many times you got to go to get it right? And I bet you dudes were just like,
Sodom and Gomorrah.
yeah, okay. And then God was like, you know what? Y'all need some help. Y'all just keep. And this is crazy. I just got ripped buttholes all over the Garden of Eden.
You went too far back. Yeah, I would.
What makes you think it was automatically like, yeah, man, one man, one woman who's just like, this doesn't work. This doesn't match. Let me rework this.
Yeah.
Let me figure this out. That's why I feel like cavemen were.
Mm-hmm. I don't think. I think honestly, I think Adam and Eve were cavemen.
I don't think they were cavemen. I think that God had.
What do you think cavemen fits in?
I feel like they were the first. Like if God made man, right, and they were just the first ones, but he was like, I can't kill him. Look at these little dummies. They're just like, and he was just like,
hold on.
All right, let me just keep making new ones. It's like when you see like those old cars came a long way. When you just out destroying the old ones, you're like, no, look at this thing. What a thing that we did, huh? But he just not making the new ones like that. He just kept improving. He's like, oh, this is efficient.
You think cavemen came before Adam and Eve?
Yeah.
So you think God made man in his own image, which was cavemen. So God looked like cavemen, right?
Maybe God's gave himself a makeover since then.
And then obviously they had dinosaurs.
Okay.
Where dinosaurs fit in this? You think dinosaurs and cavemen was in the same era?
This is what I think. I think God was a child early on. Okay? He was playing with dinosaurs. And then as he started growing up, right, he was just like, man, let me put these dinosaurs down. And he got really into biology, marine biology. He's like, oh, this is awesome. Look at the sea life. I want to be a veterinarian. And he started making all these animals. Yeah. And then he was like, dude, I'm lonely, but I can't make another God. So let me make something like me. But as he kept growing, and then he had his child. Yep. And then he was like, whoa. Remember when you were young and you used to drown the world with ants? I mean, drown the ant tribe with water or light them on fire? Child. Then he had his kid, and he was like, I got to stop, bro. I got to get my stuff together. I have someone looking up to me now. And then he wrote the New Testament, and all that happened. You know what I mean? And then he's like, hey, man.
You're way off.
Wait, hold on. Just go with me. I'm making all this up. I can't be any more off than I started.
Jesus was the New Testament.
Right.
You said he said he had the son, and then he had then the New Testament.
Well, but he had the son. Jesus doesn't pop up on the scene until he's what? How old was he? 30-something? 33? Right?
Jesus was born.
Yeah, but then there's a huge 30-year gap. Right?
He was 12 when he got lost, but keep going.
Yeah, but that's a story in the past.
Yeah.
It's like somebody was like, oh, that was that one time Jesus ran away because Joseph was like, get out of here or whatever happened. Yeah. But I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? And then he had his kid, and, you know, they probably were at odds in the beginning, and then they found a good medium. You know what? Here's what's awful. You ready?
Here we go.
Here I'm about to. You ever see when you hear about how people left, like their kids were left on a porch? Like, yeah, you didn't come for me. And when Jesus was on the cross, God was like, yeah, man, you know, I told him I'd be back. Because he says, God, Father, why have you forsaken me? Yeah. And he's just on the porch waiting on him, like, hey, man, you said he's gonna be here at 6. They're down here. And God was over there like, yeah, man, anyways, I'm working on some new stuff. You know what I mean?
And then he forgot that.
Yeah. Oh, man, let me go check him out. Yeah. Jesus popped up in heaven. Hey!
Oh, where were you?
Calm down. I'll send you back down in 3 days. Relax. So he had the weekend with his dad.
Why does it almost work? That almost worked. Crazy.
That's Frank how said, I think of.
Frank said God was a deadbeat.
Not a deadbeat. He did really great for a long time. He made one fatal mistake.
He was watching the whole time. He had a restroom break. He said, been holding this for centuries. He came back like, no, not my son. No.
Sorry, dog. My bad, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Let's go get some ice cream.
Yeah.
It all worked out, though, didn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But you really jacked up the whole point of the dinosaurs.
What do you mean? I told you. God was like, roar.
So, opening creation, dinosaurs, caveman, child. The teenage version of God, right?
Listen. If you really want to go in my imagination, okay, if you really want to dive in here, there's a bunch of gods, okay, and they're all spread out. This is the God of our world, okay? He's like, oh, this is my creation. That's why every world looks different. You know what I mean? Because there's other people being like, ooh, I don't, you know what? Mars is like, I don't want any kids. So there's no people here, right? And so, I mean, I don't know where a God comes from, but I go like, where does he come from, right? How are there other gods before?
Yeah.
Did the gods have kids and now these are gods? Like, how do you know?
I actually want to know, what is the origin story of God?
No.
I know people say he just existed, right? There has to be a linear version of God, right? I know he just exists, but is there like a teenage God? Is there like
There's so many theories. There's the whole planet
Bang.
alien theories and there's stuff like that. I'm like, there's so many different theories and stuff like that. So,
cause that would be a dope little story that nobody won't talk about. Cause there's no obviously no origin of it. I think Moses is like, hey, God, tell me about your child. He said, let's skip past that.
he starts breaking.
Start crying. God, tell me about you, man. I'm talking to you. What was your childhood like?
Go ahead.
We got to create commandments. You just keep changing the subject.
He said, go to bed.
Go to bed.
Everybody go to bed.
Oh, God. Yeah, nobody has no origin of I can't say nobody, but
I mean, it was like God sat back and was like, let me tell you about
he did a little
my
bit.
parenthood, my fatherhood.
He told certain people about how heaven, how angels were like a choir, and the devil was here, and what the devil did, and things. All right, now it's time to create the earth, but it never has the origin of like he just touched down.
Yeah, I don't believe in the devil.
Universe.
I don't believe he exists.
Okay.
What I do think is that there is so demon doesn't necessarily mean evil. I've read. Okay, as a demon is because I think from what I've read, demons and angels are the same thing. Okay, they're both some kind of spirits, but I forgot what happened. But demons started getting the bad term, right? And so then it was like, oh, demon and angels, but they're both spirits. But I think I read something that they were like, yeah, that's when the term flipped, and but they wasn't necessarily bad. I do think that there is a demonic source in all of us to a point, because there's times where I think some people battle with demons more than others. I don't necessarily think that there's an evil creature going around being like, hey, but I do think that we all have to fight our own demons. I also wonder how much of a temper is inherited, because
it's learned.
I don't know, because temperament of kids, you go like, yo, what's up with this kid, right? Like when my daughter was young, I was like, this is way too young to be angry like this. And I was like, she has my temper and I have my dad's temper. You know what I mean? And I was like, it really seems like it was passed down. My brother, you know what I mean? So I don't know. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know if it just starts off when you're young, or is it inherited, or do you see it? But I remember being like, with my daughter being like, she's never seen me mad. She hasn't seen me really stern until like the last few years as she's got older. But she's never once seen me get mad or blow up at all, ever. So I don't know where she would see that from and act like that.
But it's learned.
But not from that young of an age. That's what I'm saying.
I'll but it's inherited. That energy is inherited, but it'll have to be visual. It could be I want that, and you say no, right? That has nothing to do with you. And it's like, not now. And it's like, I want it.
Right.
Just like a baby being fed. You know, I'm hungry. I'm crying because I want to not have this hunger pain.
Right.
So it is a learned.
But okay, I see what you're saying. Over time. But then are there ways that because some people handle anger better than others over time, right? There's some people who never get over anger issues,
Right.
Right, and there's some people who, like I felt like when I was younger, I used to have that, not that blackout, but you know, it was like, well we're in rage mode, and there's no stopping this,
Right.
And I always feel that presence in me.
Yeah.
There's always a thing where I go like,
It's inside.
and I gotta shake. And I gotta be like, whoo, everybody almost have died in here.
Right.
That was crazy.
Right.
It was almost a mass murder right now, you know.
Yeah.
But I always feel that, and I don't feel like I got it from, you know, like my dad. Like I've never seen my dad be violent. You know what I mean? So I was like, I don't know, but man, the way that I would feel, and now I'm able to recognize, like, oh, dude, you're hot.
Yeah.
You need to breathe.
Right.
And you need to think. Because bad decisions come next.
I think it's trauma too. You know, it comes down to like you know, when it says when it comes to white privilege, as in like I've never been punished for speaking out. I've never been punished for saying this. I've never been punished for saying I want this and I haven't gotten it. Like imagine if you sped all through Los Angeles and cops will pull you over. You never got a parking ticket. You never got a speeding ticket.
Right.
He's like, hey, you know who my dad is? Sorry, ma'am. You just keep speeding. You keep drinking. Never get a DUI.
Right.
You'll never have any sort of like.
Yeah, unless there's some kind of consequence.
There's no consequence.
Right.
So I'll say that's learned because if there's a lot of parents that's like, I'll do whatever to keep this kid happy. I think that becomes with a lot of privilege of a lot of. And that's what I said, white privilege is a thing because they had that sort of like, my parents has always took care of me. They allowed me to speak my mind with no repercussions.
Right.
You can buck up at a cop and say, back up off me, man. Who won't drink on 4th of July? Get out of here. Do you know who my father is? He's going to have your badge, buddy. When you had that sort of like, do you know who you talking to?
All right.
Even if you was Melania Obama, is it
Melania?
Melania Obama. Like, you know how powerful her parents is, but if she get out the car, if she just touch the door, she get belly clubbed to the ankles. He said, I don't give a damn who she is. Secret Service, help me beat this woman up. You know they all women now. They're all like,
who?
They're in their 20s, both of them.
Who?
The Obamas.
Oh yeah. That's great, man. We got to watch them grow up. One's a writer
and a director.
Really?
One is a director. She, I'm assuming it's because she's Obama's daughter, but her film made it into Cannes and Sundance.
What's the other one doing?
I don't know, but she bad. She, as in like that go both ways. You know what? I'll stay with both. As in she is not great as a person, and she's attractive.
Talking about the oldest one?
The youngest one.
I think the youngest one. She's a bad person?
As in, I heard she has a temper, and I heard she does cocaine. They had a video of her snorting cocaine.
The younger
afar.
one?
Yep, from afar. It was like like somebody was spying on him. She was like, yeah, and like it was one shot like this. It was like, it was a picture.
Oh man.
Yeah, buddy.
Yikes.
Yeah, homie.
I hope not.
I never want to be that famous that people are following me, watching my every move. I'm digging in my butt, digging in my nose, and they just like, yep, caught him. Cocaine. You know what? I'm sorry, Twilla. I'm sorry. So I'm sorry. I got two celebrity people mixed up. It was so she was smoking a cigarette. But
that's the oldest one.
Yeah. But the one who got caught with the cocaine was Michael Jordan's son.
Oh yeah, that I saw.
And I remember it was a far shot, like somebody was like,
yeah. That I saw.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder if he's still dating Larsa Pippen, that idiot.
Yeah.
I wonder if it that's wild. Yeah. That whole thing is a sham. That was just
Yeah.
I don't like this. Man, I worry about that so much, bro. I go like, man, it's not fair. Dang, for
To the legacy.
Well, just also having to. Craig Wayne said this: having to grow up in a spotlight. And not being able to make your mistakes in private is crazy. And people like Drew Barrymore is very lucky to have recovered. You know what I mean? Because she was a child star, and I think she had like an alcohol problem growing up, and who knows what else might have happened to her. You know, especially in those 80s, 90s era.
Yeah.
You know, like who knows what might have happened to her. So, being able to like grow up privately is a super, super good thing. Like. Dang, man, always in the spot. Like you didn't hear nothing about like Dakota Fanning being like out there.
Right. What child star has a great, flawless child to adult?
Gotta be her. She's
Drew Barrymore?
No, Dakota Fanning.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what show she's working on now, but she was on some Netflix show. But she's got to be. I can't think of one thing I've ever heard about her.
Yeah.
You know, I've never heard like Dakota Fanning out here wilding. Tia Tamera, I hear more about them now having problems than anything.
Right, as an adult.
Yeah.
They had a very tumultuous adult.
Keke Palmer had some small issues with her and her baby daddy. Right, Chloe Thomas. Who's that? Cleo?
Yeah, Cleo.
Who's that?
From, the light-skinned brother from Holes. He does nerd stuff with, oh my gosh, Roxy Hayes and Brennan.
Oh, I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
I do not know.
LeBron James. That boy.
He wasn't a child per se.
We saw him in high school.
We did.
Right.
He's been in the news since middle school. Yeah, LeBron's had one of the most amazing careers, lives. Yeah.
And no infidelity, no drugs, no DUIs.
They all seem very happy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And maybe it's an understanding. Maybe what's her name? What's that girl?
Stephanie.
No, it's not Stephanie. Be on the S though.
His wife.
Yeah. Maybe they like, hey, I'm into women. Let's let me pick them.
Plot twist.
I'm saying I'm into women. Let me pick them so you can be satisfied.
Yeah. She's gorgeous, Savannah.
Savannah, yes.
She's gorgeous too.
Yeah. Your boy, Omar Gooding?
Yeah, not that I know of. That anything that happened.
Yeah.
I never saw anything. I seen him in some bad moods.
I thought you said, movies.
No, some bad moods here and there. Happens. I mean, when I first met Omar, his father had just passed.
Right.
So, it was a tough time. Like that had just happened and we were working on set. So,
yeah.
I expect him to have some bad days of being like, man, his kids were young. There was a lot going on at the time. But he's still a really good dude that I've seen.
Marriage, relationships, problems are different from drug and alcohol. No,
we're talking about squeaky clean.
Right. Like no one's talking bad.
Like I haven't heard one bad thing about LeBron.
Right. On Shade Room, nobody's like in the TMZ.
Yeah.
He's opening up schools. He's donated money.
Yeah.
He's vocal about his political stance.
Yeah.
He's the head of, man, the fact that he had it's not like he had like a sour year in the NBA. I think he's better now throughout his career.
I don't know if he's better, but he's on par. He's been on par.
They had showed like his points per game throughout the year.
Yeah.
They was like, the way he's moving now is like prime Miami Heat.
Yeah.
So it's like he's doing numbers as in like, I have something to prove. Somebody had did a poll that said, in order for somebody to beat LeBron James' scoring title, right, they would have to score 51.6 points per game, play every single game for 20 years.
Yeah.
Crazy. He's never getting rid of that.
I mean, it took 30, 40 years to break
Kareem's, yeah.
So...
Yeah.
And LeBron is hooping.
Yeah.
He don't take no games off.
I'm good. Y'all gonna have to hurt me.
Yeah, LeBron's gotta be on steroids, bro.
Yeah.
He's gotta be.
Gotta be juicing.
Yeah, he's gotta be. Juicing. Ain't no way.
Yeah. I wish, this is what I need. Because there's Michael Jordan.
Tom Brady too.
Michael Jordan fans are Trump supporters as well.
Okay.
They got that same energy.
Okay.
That same energy. Like, no matter what LeBron does, he can win the next 6 years of his career, all titles, right? MVP in the finals. They be like, but Jordan did it in 8.
No, you know what's funny? I saw somebody, it was a Tom Brady, who's the greatest quarterback of all time.
Right.
And someone said Joe Montana. I said, not anymore.
Right.
We're not going to pretend like Joe Montana is still the greatest of all time.
Right.
Was he great? For sure. Was he one of the best ever?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Does he have 7 Super Bowl rings out of 10?
Right.
Out of 10.
Right.
Brady went to 10.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
LeBron went to 10 finals?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, bro, you're 50-50. Like, if you roll with me, you're going to be in the finals, dog. You got a 50-50 chance.
Incredible, man.
Yeah, man. I was like, that's a win, bro.
Kyra Pratt.
Kyla Pratt, I don't think I've ever seen anything bad about her in the news, right?
Kenan Thompson.
No, he had that messy divorce. Man,
Was it messy? It was very discreet.
I don't know if it was discreet. Because remember his homeboy, I don't know what kind of relationship they all had, but the dude, what's his name? He was on SNL. He married his wife now, his ex-wife. You know what I'm talking about?
No!
You know the other dude from SNL? He was on his show and everything, Kenan, on his sitcom.
He married Kenan Thompson's wife.
Yeah, I don't know if they're married, but they were together.
At the same time?
No, I mean, like, they split and then Chris Redd, yeah.
Chris Redd is dating?
I don't know if they're still together.
You diabolical.
Right.
Oh, that's why he's no longer on SNL?
I don't know.
You diabolical.
Look it up, so I'm not just out
That's
here
crazy.
spreading rumors, but I believe that's what I
She
read.
had to be flirting tough.
I mean, we're like, he had to be like, what the f going on over here? And they were too close of friends for that.
Yes, he was on his show.
Yeah, I mean,
crazy work. That's crazy. At some point, you can flirt. Listen, I'm not condoning. You can flirt like, hey man, come on, I can't do this, man. You my boy. You my boy's girl.
If you start with that, you're gonna do it. I can't do it.
No, I mean, what if my girl flirt with you? What is your response?
The hell you doing?
Right. So that's the most.
What you mean by that?
So
Dion!
The reason why I went that direction because she can reverse it on you by saying, nobody flirt with you. I can't believe you have the audacity to say this. Kanan, he thinks I'm trying to flirt with him. Hey, yo, what? What'd you say?
Hey, Keenan, how long you know me, man?
2 years. I know this woman all my life.
Vice versa. That'd be for me and you different.
Right.
But like if it was you'd be like, Chaz, I've known you since 2010.
Right.
Like, come on, man, you gonna believe me or her? I'm like, Dion.
Like she's saucy right now.
I believe Dion.
Yeah. Yeah,
but man, that's crazy, bro. Like, out of I don't care how much I like somebody's girl, bro. His wife, we're friends.
That's crazy work.
We can't. How you gonna be friends after that?
How long? I need to know.
Now
I need to know why the show got canceled. Now I need to know.
The show wasn't very good.
Sure, but it went 2 seasons, right? 3 seasons.
But I think it went off 2 seasons just off Keenan's name. Mm-hmm. You know.
But what I'm saying is, he was on SNL. He was on the show. That means I like you this much to bring you on my show. Was on the show. Something happened where they were, politicking on Thanksgiving. He was like, she is giving me this.
And you know what? I read his book. I think it's called Professional Clown or something like that.
In the book?
No, I think he never talked about it, which alarmed me even more. He briefly talked about the like divorce, and he didn't really get into details, which is classy. Mm-hmm. But he never he talked about Kel to a point, right? Yeah. Like their relationship, but he never once talked about I think that he talked about that whole Chris Redd thing, and I was like, damn.
I like Keenan.
And I met Chris Redd, man, good dude, funny dude, but this is wild.
Yeah, I mean,
so I'm making all this up, and I just heard a rumor. I hope it's not true.
This is the grimy version of me. The grimy version of me, and I don't condone this. I don't condone this. If I was Chris Redd and this happened, we are not dating. We're gonna flirt in Egypt. We are never going public. Like there's no good come from this. Hey, she was divorced. Nigga, friend. They
Your
weren't
friend.
together no more because of you.
You're my bro.
Because now I'm just already creating the narrative of, oh, that's why they heels off SNL. That's why the show got canceled.
Right. I don't know.
You know what I'm
for
saying? I
sure.
can't work with this off. Nah, you know what? Like, was she a writer on the show?
She?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, how did they connect?
I don't think she would, because she's probably up there all the time. They work together, probably coming over and working well. My daughters were near you.
I gotta look at what she looks like. I gotta see what she looks like.
She's cute though.
Keenan,
She was like Latina.
of course.
I looked it up already.
You did?
When it happened, because I was like, "Dang, bro, how is this a thing?"
I thought she was a white woman. Keenan Thompson pegs me as a bunny hopper.
Pegs. Why'd you use the term
Look
pegs? White to white.
I know. I was typing wife, but also by me verbally saying
Ex-wife.
No, man.
Oh yeah, Christine.
Christina what?
Yeah, she's probably a gold digger.
Golly, dude.
She was cute though, bro.
You are a savage. Yeah, she's a cutie. Yeah, she looks like, she reminds me of the girl from High School Musical.
Oh, Vanessa Hudgens.
Yeah.
Hudgens?
Yeah.
Hudgens? Something like that. Yeah.
Damn it, dude. Now I got to type. Oh, man.
There it is.
Oh,
There
man.
it is.
You diabolical.
Kenan Thompson, ex-wife is dating his SNL co-star.
Oh, boy.
You got to kill Chris Redd now. You got to kill him. I got to murder you. Is it official? Click on that. Is this
God, well, it's right here.
Oh, my bad.
That's the link. Oh, man. Dirty Mac and one-on-one.
Extra TV? Is that legit? Is Extra legit enough?
Extra.
I feel like Extra's a legit TMZ report. TMZ don't miss. First off.
Yeah.
TMZ don't miss. They used to be like the tabloid.
Right.
They don't miss, bro.
Right. They missed when it came to the Janet Jackson thing.
As far as what?
They had said, Janet Jackson reported that she said that Kamala Harris isn't a black woman.
Oh.
And then they had said TMZ is lying. That never happened. And then Janet Jackson was like, no, don't take that back. I didn't say it, but don't take my words out of like it was like her spokesperson had spoke and said Janet Jackson never said that. She's like,
I want a spokesperson, bro. That's crazy.
you know what you need to start doing? Speaking your mind on Instagram, saying whatever you want to say, and then say, my phone was hacked. It's just like, me and my girl got in an argument, and she was talking spicy. So she did this to try to sabotage my career.
I'm gonna do all those like the Shannon Sharp. I didn't know it was on. I didn't know the camera was on. My bad, man.
You doing cocaine? Woo! Oh,
Man.
oh, I didn't know the camera was on.
Yeah, I wonder if they're still together.
Yeah. Wicked work, man. Wicked work. Yeah, I don't think
I gotta murder you
the
now.
fact that we're in the same circle.
And then I'm gonna come over to my house that Keenan's probably still paying for.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
And they got the kids, dude.
In my house.
It's hard to have a public breakup and then start dating again, and now you're a fan of the person that the ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend.
What you mean?
Like, imagine when Coretta Scott King, when Martin Luther King died, and he's like, your husband is Martin Luther King, yo. Crazy. My son go to the school. It's like, I used to live off Martin Luther King Boulevard. Can we stop talking about my ex-husband, please? Can we please stop talking about my ex-husband? It's like, it's crazy, man. In elementary school.
If you dated Coretta Scott King, okay, so bad, and you went to the house, and Martin's pictures wrote, you'd be like, these gotta come down. 'Cause I'm here now. I'm not gonna have your exes hanging around here. The ghosts of Martin.
Yeah.
Every time I walk down the hall, moo.
Yeah.
No. It gets pictures down. I don't think she ever remarried. I'm sure she dated.
I'm sure. How old was she? Because she's like a good 30.
Well, Martin died at 38.
So I'm sure.
Right?
I'm sure she dated. She has received peen from someone else.
What makes you think that, bro?
I mean, how can
That's a long time because she just died.
Yeah, 38. You still in your prime years of sex. I'm sure Coretta Scott King was like, let me because I was like, obviously Martin Luther King was getting his pink toes on. She was definitely like, I'm definitely gonna dabble somewhere else too.
How much of that is confirmed that he was into?
They
white
got
women?
tapes, yo.
Right, but how do you know they were white women?
Take this, take this black white.
Oh my god!
Every time you have a nightmare, you can tell Coretta, babe, I had a dream. Mocha, goddamn, why?
Oh my god! What was her age? I guess I can just look up how.
Okay, Google.
Math. She was born
How
in
old was
1927.
Coretta Scott King when Martin Luther King died?
Sorry, I don't understand.
How? How you don't understand that?
Okay, Martin Luther King died in 1968. Okay.
I hope she for sure
Ain't
got
no-
her
ain't
lick
no
back.
way. What?
Twilla said she hope she got her lick back.
Come on, 12. This is.
The thing is, that's a lot of. I would hope that I'm
I think he
ignorant.
was older.
She was older than
Yeah,
Martin
I think
Luther King.
she said she was 2 years older, 41
Yeah,
when he passed.
yeah. You can't.
What do you mean? You hope he got his lick? He got murdered. You don't think that's enough of a lick back? He got murdered.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was one of the biggest murders. Jesus,
Yeah.
like Martin Luther King,
Yeah.
Kennedy,
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln. We're up here in the murders. What more do you want?
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah.
that's huge.
I'm sure Jesse Jackson tried.
to murder or to holler at Coretta. This nigga was Chris Red in the
It's
past.
gonna be all right.
Oh,
It's gonna be all right.
jeez.
Yeah.
Twilla said that's not her lick. God damn,
I'm
Twilla. Yeah, assassin, Twilla.
I'm sure somebody beat who was just like, can I just lay with you? She said that to somebody. One of his crewmates that was just like, I'm sorry, if you want me to come over there and kind of hug you, just kind of comfort you, I'll be there for you. Yeah, okay.
I heard Winnie Mandela waited for Mandela to get out of prison and then he left her.
You
Is that
heard.
true? Well, I never realized, did
I'm
research.
sure.
But she
He
waited.
definitely left her.
Huh?
He definitely left her.
God damn.
He definitely left her. But at the same time, I'm sure she flirted with somebody. Somebody sucked on her titties. Somebody said, I need you.
How long was he in prison for? Like 20 years?
25 years, yo.
That's quite the
25
bid.
years.
It's quite the bid.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
There's a
bro.
question that's going around right now. And I wanted to ask you this question. Then I'm going to flip it on you because it's going to be a plot twist.
Okay.
If you are interested in a woman that is across the country,
Like she's in New York.
yeah, you're interested in her across the country. She says, I think we should hang out. I would like to see you. Do you feel obligated to fly her into Los Angeles?
No.
No. There is a video going out right now that said, what is wrong with the men these days? If you want me, fly me out, take care of me, feed me, cater, pretty much court me, pretty much.
Women act like there's some extinct panda that it's like, we got it. Do you remember when those pandas were born at San Diego Zoo? They had to go back to China. It's like, what? I gotta do okay, here's the baby bottle. Okay, we fly you out. What?
Right.
Not doing all that for you.
A lot of high, frequency, caliber women feel that way of like.
I'm sure they do.
Right.
I'm sure they
So
do.
what's happening now? Go ahead.
No. There's just enough men to do it. You know what I mean? There's enough men who want to have that. You know what I mean? But that to me that's more what it is. It's just like if dudes have the, there's women who fly private all the time. There's women, we know some,
Right.
who are just living this life of like, oh yeah, my bills get paid. I'm like, okay, I know what this is. Someone's with you, right?
Yeah.
So
it's a twofer thing. Let me read this real quick before I say my thoughts. Spicy said, if it was my sons asking me, I say, hell yeah, tell her that's set. There it is. And that's what I was going to get at. So what's happening is there are men that are willing to pay to see you.
Mm-hmm.
Meet me here in Chicago. Meet me here. So women are getting spoiled by these guys who's actually willing to pay for your arrival, pay to see you, right? But what's happening is with Diddy, he was paying to fly people in, a part of this organization, and that is pretty much sex trafficking. As in, if you're coming into town to have sex specifically, you can say I'm hanging out. You can get away with it by saying we just hanging out.
Two adults.
Right, two adults hanging out. But if you literally are there for sex, it can backfire on you by saying, this guy tried to sex traffic me. He bought the ticket, forced me to come, threatened my life, and pretty much sex trafficked me.
All right.
So it can go terribly wrong because if it was a sour date, it could be like, this guy sex trafficked me. But at the same time, there's a lot of men who are actually spoiling women by saying, meet me in Abu Dhabi. You know what I'm saying? Go to the airport, your ticket's ready to go.
I'm not cheap, big sis Chris. I'm just rational. There's a girl who I probably like just as much in Reseda.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why am I flying you from New York to Los Angeles? Well, I could easily, sadly.
Every city I've been to, I've met a woman I liked. Every single one.
It sounds
I just chose my wife, but if something happened, I'll find another.
It sounds nice.
There's another. Yeah. People, that's the one true love. You'll find somebody else to love.
It sounds very fairy tale-ly by saying, yeah, he flew me in from Chicago and we went out to, Roof Chris and we went to the beach and he took care of everything. And it's like, and we went to the hotel, overseeing the city. And what happened after that? Nothing. Oh, word. Nothing happened. Sounds nice, but again, that's sex trafficking. But yeah, if he were just like, so and then when a guy pays for everything, he feels like, hey man, I paid for this.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pointing to your crotch.
You've seen the videos of the guys who are like, yo, I'm taking her back to the airport because she didn't want to put out.
Going live is crazy.
Yo, right here. And it's like, why are you doing this? Yeah. Yo, because she knew what it was when I flew her out. And now she didn't want to give it up, so she go get back on that plane.
That's the issue. Y'all don't have that discussion. Y'all don't have that discussion of like, listen, if I fly you in here, I'm going to need some sort of compensation. Yeah. And it's sad because it's like you just assume that she wants to have sex because I'm flying you in.
Right.
So it's like I don't want to say it, but I hope I'm insinuating that I need something in return.
You gotta be upfront and honest.
Yeah, especially if it's a new person.
And you'd be surprised at how many, like even when people talk about having multiple wives or girlfriends, you'd be surprised how many people actually say yes to that. Yeah. It's you start lying and all this other stuff.
Right.
But I'm like, if you give somebody the truth up front, you let them decide for themselves.
Yeah.
You gotta be upfront and be like,
man, I wish I could say it verbatim of what Carlos Miller said. I put it in my stories. Mm-hmm. He said a lot of these women don't realize that the people you want, they don't like you. He was like, tall women, men don't like tall women. Mm-hmm. Like if it was a tall man, he don't like tall women. He want the short women. Mm-hmm. And the short women are taken up because the tall guys are taking them. And now the tall women don't like the short guys because they short. And it's constantly trying to figure out who can I date, but tall women don't like tall women. Mm-hmm. And it's like now the rich man doesn't want a Keisha with 3 baby mamas. I mean, with three kids, and he's like, yeah, I want to be a man that's 6 feet, 6-pack, and it's like, you can't. Why would he want you?
People hate Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace.
Because of that reason.
But man, when he started telling women the truth,
very disrespectfully too.
I don't think he was disrespectful about it.
Yeah,
I think he was just kind of just like, you don't see what we see, and I want you to have your self-esteem.
Right.
I want you to have your self-esteem.
Yeah.
And he was also very much like, you can go change this body. You can go change your situation.
Yeah.
What I don't agree with is stuff when he's like, the miles on the damaged goods or being less valuable because you have a child. I don't agree with that. Mm-hmm. But he's talking from like, why would a rich person want this? I don't agree with that. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure that is some thinking of some others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of times where I don't think he was disrespectful at all. I think there were a lot of people who just didn't want to hear what he had to say, and I think women took it harshly.
And I think that's where he became disrespectful, because I watched a couple of his videos, and he say stuff like, from a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate yourself? And they're like, and don't say 7. Mm-hmm. And then they be like, a 6. He's like, because he set them up. Because everybody say 7. Mm-hmm. He said, don't say 7. And then he'd be like, a 6. And then he was like, how many kids you got? Like 3. How much you weigh? And he'd be like, 295. And he was like, what's your height? And then you'd be like, 5'3". And he's like, so there is certain tiers of women. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you don't think a man won't be because I got 3 kids? He was like, ma'am, listen to me. Listen. There's a certain standard, expectation, and look that most men are
high value men.
Yeah, high value men are attracted to. And he's like,
he was like, you should have a bus driver.
When he starts to kind of like punch women because they try to say, I can get whatever man I want. You can't.
When was he disrespectful about that? Everything you said was very polite.
Right,
ma'am.
right.
Ma'am.
Because he can see his face like, okay. As in, like, you're checking off the box of you're being pushed down because you having all these.
Here's the problem with Kevin Samuels, and I don't think it was anything that he said to women directly. I think it's what other men got from Kevin Samuels, mm-hmm. and it was this thing of like, oh, you're this level now, and you didn't know that, but now men feel like they could talk to women and be any kind of rude, disrespectful, and quote unquote tell them the truth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And not doing it in a tasteful, tactful way. Right. There was a lot of women who started agreeing with Kevin Samuels, mm-hmm. and they were like, okay, I see, and then you had the opposite ones who would argue, right? Mm-hmm. But he created a bunch of Samuelites who tried to, without the caliber, without the same kind of status or whatever, education, mm-hmm. And I don't really know a ton about his, outside of just him being honest.
Right.
I'm just being honest about, like, here's where you actually fit in the scale of high, quote unquote, high value men. And he did it with dudes also.
He did.
And he was like, you're fat.
Right. Like, because I think when you're being attacked, not literally, mm-hmm. but when he's starting to pick apart your flaws, you want to attack back. And then what happens is, it's like, okay, now I have to be mean because you're attacking me.
Right.
What about you? You single? You not married? And it's like, ma'am, I have options of women.
Well, we're not calling about me.
Yeah, and it's like it's hard to be like, I'm accepting these flaws. Like, I know I'm being exposed to numerous people.
Right.
I have to retaliate.
Right.
I have to. I remember seeing this woman. She was like, the screen was black. And he was like, is there a reason why you're not showing me what you look like? He's like, because I don't have my hair done. And he was like, all right. Are you ashamed of what you look like? No, I'm beautiful. Well, if your natural look is beautiful, just turn your camera on so the people can see you. You're not going to embarrass me. And then he was like, well, are you going to be 100% truthful with me? She was like, yeah. He's like, all right, let's do it. What's your age? She's like, 39. Like, how many kids you got? And he was like, 6. He said, see, this is why I want to come on here. He said, ma'am, you don't have to come on here.
You called.
He said, you can go. He said, no, I want you to try to chew me apart because I'm perfect. I'm perfect. I can get me a millionaire. He was like, all right, what's your height? She's like 6'1". And he was like, what is your weight? And she was like, 200 pounds. He was like, okay. What type of man do you want? And she was like, I need a guy 6 feet, have his own job, and he's like, what about you says that I can attract this type of man? I'm beautiful. He's like, turn the camera on. Let the people see how beautiful you are, right? She was like, I don't need to. He said, are you ashamed of what you look like? He's like, I don't need to show proof because you're going to try to make fun of me. The thing is, she turned the camera on. It was like really close. really close to her eye. Really close to her eyes, but she had like dark circles on her eyes, right? And he was like, he didn't say nothing about it. He was like, he said, all right, well, live in your truth. Live in your truth. He said, you're beautiful, all right? So what I'm saying is, and then she moved the camera like you can start to see like acne on her face and stuff. As in like obviously she had her makeup on.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he's like, what about you? So he was very respectful. He's seen the flaws. We saw the flaws. And then she was like, exactly, I can get whatever man I want. And then he was like, so I need you to start respecting my females and let them know that we can get wherever we want. He said, ma'am, you want the truth? He's like, I see your mouth coming in and out because he had like a gaps and stuff and like you know, and he's like, I see what you've been hiding this entire time. He's like, you're not even happy with yourself. Like, I don't need to show you what I look like. I can suit myself up. You can't live like this, ma'am. You can't live with makeup and hair done all the time. If you want a man, he's gonna have to see you in your true self.
Yeah.
He's like, why don't women understand that? Fall in love with a man with your true self. You fall in love with your representative. He's like, I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for myself. I put makeup on. He's like, you didn't have to call today.
That's the other thing is you didn't have to call me. Right. You called in here.
Right.
There be people trying to like set him straight.
Yeah.
You know. Mo, you'll say, what's wrong with Gap Chief? Nothing. If you like that kind of thing.
Hello.
I'm just joking.
Hello.
That adds character sometimes.
Yeah, my daughters have gaps.
Yeah.
My youngest is very self-conscious about it.
Really?
She smells like that.
I mean, I can understand, dog.
Because it's not the norm. If you had spinal bifida,
I wish somebody did a spinal bifida count on how many times Deanna said this on Lackaroni and Chaz.
It's the quickest
every platform you've been on, I know you use spinal bifida, and I would love to see the random counts. Bing, bing, spinal bifida, bing, spinal bifida, bing, spinal bifida,
you know
bing.
What's next? Deviated septum. It's always a quick little get it in there.
Oh, dumb, bro.
Yeah.
What's up, Moyo? Kevin Samuels was rude. There's ways to be honest yet tactful and not disrespectful. I mean, I don't know, man. I felt like he was stern. I might give you harsh. I didn't really see him being very disrespectful a lot, in my opinion. But I'm also the guy.
Also, what's disturbing is a lot of people came up there like this.
Yeah, I mean,
let's do it.
I'm gonna set him straight and I'm gonna put him in his place. And he ain't gonna talk to me like this.
Right.
But when I started seeing women agreeing with him, he'd be like, and like I said, he got dudes too.
Yeah.
I always felt like the women on there had a humiliation kink. It's spicy. Exactly. Gave low value men license to show their hatred for women. Yeah. And it was a bunch of dudes who weren't qualified on Kevin Samuels' high value list, quote unquote, to talk about women not being high value or worth it. Like that whole thing. Also, the problem grows when you have Andrew Tate and Kevin Samuels amplifying their messages on podcasts. I don't like Andrew Tate, Twilla. I think he's a douche. He's a douche.
I don't know Andrew Tate
is. I forgot what you're saying.
Light skinned dude.
I don't know if he's white, he's bald.
Yeah. I know you're talking about.
Didn't he get like into some kind of like child molestation case or something like that? He got like arrested or something like that, or maybe some underage something. What's up, B-Mob? It's wild out there. Yeah, but he was one of the dudes who was trying to hurt. I don't feel like Kevin Samuels was trying to hurt feelings.
Right, and also
Kevin Tate was trying to belittle women. Andrew Tate, my bad. Not Kev Tate. That's a great comedian buddy of ours.
Right. I think what happens is, I'm sure if we go back to the archives of Kevin Samuels' timeline, this was like during the pandemic, right? When he really took off, right? You go back to the archive, I'm sure he was nice, very respectful. And then what happens is when you start to blow up and the videos that go viral is the one you being mean, it's like, oh, I found my niche.
I don't think he was mean. I gotta see where he was mean. I haven't seen every I have a ton of videos. I just see the clips that come up. But from the clips I've seen, I don't ever see him being mean.
Well, when you say stuff like, "Ma'am, who gonna want you?" like I think that's the boiling point. Like nobody's gonna want you.
But at what point does he say that?
I'm sure it's the boiling point.
Because if we're at the point where you're being loud and you don't fit this quote unquote scale, because the attitude is one thing. If you being loud and yelling, I'm like, I don't want to be with this person either.
Right.
You know. But there's also, you ever seen a fine girl with a bad attitude? You like, I'm like, you just less attractive now.
Yeah,
dog.
buddy. Also, a very attractive woman who stinks
or who's stupid.
Yeah.
Some people don't mind a dumb girl. I was like, oh, you're just dumb. This is one chick, I remember she was cute. She was like, yeah, man, like, we're just all, like, hanging out and vibing. And, like, you want to come hang out with us? And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I can't even pretend to like you.
Right. And just, you know, like a beautiful woman who has bad perspective on life and just giving bad advice because of privilege.
Yeah.
Just like things has been handled to him.
Yeah.
And it's like, so this guy wanted me to do the amphitheater. He wanted me to do comedy. I've never done comedy before. I don't think it should be bad because he said I have 144 million followers, so I guess I can just kind of do it. He says he's going to be $100,000. Man, that's crazy.
That's a great day.
That's
a great day.
Yeah.
Well, you said stinks and stupid. Yuck. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There's cute girls that stink.
I'm not gonna say it. Don't even ask. It's one of our mutual friends. Very beautiful comedian. I hugged her on a down day, as in not while we were performing. It was just like we came to hang out at a function, and I smelled her arms. I said,
I understand. You had a long day.
Long day. And when I smelled her arms, I said,
did she know?
No. No, because I always attached her as, man, she is so beautiful. She is so fine. She is so this. And I hugged her, oh, hey. And I was like, now in my head, I was like, she has a hoodie on. I caught her.
She smelled through the hoodie?
Maybe she got friends working out.
Hey, yo.
And I was just like,
you smell through the hoodie. That's some funk.
Yeah, man. And it was a cute hoodie too. It was the one that shows her abs, the kind of loose that little, and then And to this day, I think I told Twills, and I was like, man, every time I see her, I picture that funk. I never smelled it again, but that's always been the kick in the nuts.
I've got a few guesses, but
don't do this to me.
I won't do it
here.
here.
I'm not going to show any sort of.
I won't do it here.
Yeah.
No, you can no. Not who I was thinking.
When the funk hits the fan. You remember that?
Yeah, it's the Harvey Show. Dog, I feel like it's better. I'm team honesty. Okay, I'm team honesty. I'm team. Tell me that I don't have a. It's hard to hurt my feelings. You know, I think what I think, and then if you go like, you might be wrong, Chaz. I'm like, I don't think I am, but I don't feel like I'm also be like, what? No, like just in denial about myself.
About what?
Whatever. Because if somebody was like, yo, Chaz, you're out of shape, I'm like, yeah, like yeah, whatever it is. But even if it's like we've had talks about me in my own. Operation of like how my daily of what I think. And I'm like, well, I think this. And then I'm like, I have more than admit when I'm wrong. I'm always about being honest. But I feel like there's so many times where like people try not to hurt the other person's feelings and then no one gets the truth out. Yeah. And that stops progress all in all. You know, I don't know what Kevin Samuel's mission was while he was on this earth. But I wonder if he did some good for people.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
I wonder if there were some people like who... Okay, let's talk about this. Here we go. There's always a debate about healthy body conscious image, okay? How good you feel in your body, what's acceptable, right? What's healthy, okay? What's we talk about women who are quote unquote overweight and how they should feel and what's the status of beautiful.
Right.
Okay. And then There's the beauty standard that comes with that. There's the health standards that comes with that, and there's like a self-conscious. There's like a trifecta of things that go with, and we're just talking about the overweight thing because I'm sure people with acne feel a certain way, and I'm sure people who are really skinny feel a certain way, right? Who don't have the body, blah, 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 right? If you tell a woman they're not attractive because they're overweight, but they feel attractive, that's a win for the woman, right? Because how I feel is more important than how you feel about me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm always for that. I go like, hey, dog, I know what I look like. I'm well aware. I have a mirror. I have a scale. But I feel amazing all the time. Yeah. I feel great. I hardly ever feel like, oh, look at you, you fat. Right? I always feel pretty good. So my whole thing is always like, be as healthy as possible. But I've never really had a self-conscious issue with gaining weight and losing weight. It's how I feel in my clothes.
Right. I was about to go in that direction.
Shit off me.
I was about to go in that direction. Because what if it was like one of those things of like, Chaz, I really want you in this movie, but if you can't get down to this size, man.
How much time do I have?
It's like, you got 2 weeks, man. We don't have time to, hire.
I got to get into a medium in 2 weeks.
Wardrobe. It's like, you're going to kill this role, man, but you just not the right size. I can gain weight. No, it's the opposite. I need you to go this direction.
Hey, if somebody wanted you to hit 400 pounds for a role, would you do it?
No.
It's the role of a lifetime. Let's say the Academy came and said, hey, look, Dan, we're guaranteed an Oscar. Okay, this is going to change your entire life. Yeah. You got to gain to 400 pounds, 420. Okay, and now you're guaranteed every single piece of success in your life. You got a month to gain 420 pounds. No muscle or fat.
Right.
We don't want you working out at all.
Right.
We want you blubbery.
You know what I'm afraid of? You ain't gonna believe this, man. Harvey Weinstein was attached to the movie, man. We're gonna have the investors pulled out.
And now you just have all this extra skin for nothing.
You said what?
It's 25 wings deep.
I said what? I gotta do what?
You can actually be better pulling that off though.
Yeah, I can gain the weight easy.
But being 6'4", I'm 5'7".
Yeah.
If I hit 4, I can't even get in my car anymore. My whole life changes. Yes. I can't do anything anymore.
Yeah. The most I've weighed was 360. So I know I can easily gain that extra 40.
Okay. How much you think would change health wise?
My knees.
Yeah. Done.
Me losing weight, my knees is like.
Yeah, thank you.
It has prayed more than.
And he's like, they say like every pound is like 5 pounds of pressure off your knees, something like that. Something like that.
Dude. That makes sense. Like the fact that I ran after my daughter and I said, I don't hurt.
Yeah.
This feels superb.
I know that was one of my bigger things too. It's like,
yeah. You remember? I know you remember. Do you remember that time I ran on all fours? Yeah. Dude, I can't even imagine trying to do that.
So impressive.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
It was so impressive, bro.
The reason why it was impressive, we had practice. Anytime we lost a game, we had to do.
I couldn't believe you could do. I said, "Oh my god." That was your bear crawl?
Yeah, we had to do bear crawl.
Yeah, that's.
It's like y'all lose, we do 100 bear crawls. Yeah, and the last one got to do another one. No. The last 10 had to do it again. So we were all like, some people was cheating because they technically running with
catching a blade of grass
with their hands.
A bear crawl across was terrible, bro.
Yeah, I remember homie threw his shoulder out because
sure he did. Sure he did.
You can see his collarbone coming out like, my clavicle, get up. That ain't nothing.
He was double jointed. Yeah, out of practice.
Yeah.
I knew people who faked injuries. It got tough.
Yeah.
People fake injuries, fake throwing up. Get your ass back.
You ever got actually injured in football?
Yeah, I always had knee problems. I was always out. If I was out because I had tendonitis, and then one game I had to miss, I just woke up and my back was stiff. And it was so stiff for some reason. And I tried to keep working game day for some reason. And I kept trying to work it out, kept trying to work it out. And I went in for one play and I just couldn't move. I was just like, that was just.
What position you play?
Nose tackle.
Nose tackle. Yeah, me too. I don't know why we didn't have this discussion.
We did.
Yeah.
I'm sure we did.
Yeah. But yeah, I kept switching to DT nose.
I had no business playing nose tackle.
No
so
business.
I was violent though, small but violent.
I used to always talk to the center.
Oh yeah.
You distract them like, hey, do me a favor.
Oh, you were nice.
Yeah. I was like having fun.
Nice.
I was having fun. So sometimes I was like, hut, hut. So I was saying it so he can hear me, but he's trying to like. I'll say it to him so the referee couldn't hear him because obviously that's illegal.
Yeah.
To so I'll be like, I'll say something like Hanky, like this just kind of Hanky over here. Hey!
I was very. I used to get. I want to say I had like one technical taunting penalty a game. I was a big trash talker.
Yeah.
Big to be so small out there. Big mouth.
Yeah.
I was a big mouth. And I would get cheap shots on me all the time because I deserved it. I was a very dirty player.
Yeah.
Very much. I was trying to hurt you.
Yeah.
I was violent.
You ever seen yourself run on tape? You like, I look like that.
I don't think I look great.
Yeah, you're great.
You know what's funny, bro? I can't name you one thing I feel like I did bad at.
Really?
I have such a crazy image of myself. I'll watch sets of mine and be like, yo, you're hilarious. Everything I do, I enjoy.
That's good confidence right there.
It's ridiculous. My confidence level, it makes no sense.
Like, when I run, I was like, why is my hand so high? Like I was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
That one I did, actually, when I hurt my knee,
yeah.
I said my start was amazing, bro.
Yeah.
I said, ooh, good takeoff. And then it was like, oh, can we slow down a bit? That's just rust. But I was like,
yeah.
I can watch me do anything and just enjoy myself.
Anytime I'm not taking a picture, I'll be like, I look like that? Hey, can y'all crop out my lower half?
You ever? I was about to make this video. I caught myself. I was doing something with my phone. The camera came on. I said, "Oh, why are you so beautiful?" And I took a bunch of pictures, and I was like, "I'm gonna do a video of me talking about like you ever catch yourself in the sun and you just right." I did a bunch of those, a bunch of different faces just to hype yourself up.
Yeah,
I'd be like, "God damn, I'm gorgeous, bro. It's crazy. It makes no sense. Makes no sense to be this beautiful, man."
Yeah.
You know?
I had the audacity. I just received a text message.
What?
So, I was looking for a job. I'm not even on this. I got to get out of here. I was looking for this job, and this company really hyped up this program. Like, yeah, you guys can do this. You can do this. You can do this. You know, all you got to do is this, and doing this. And then what happened was, you get there. Super easy job. And they was like, yeah, so what all you got to do is pretty much Uber train conductors to the next station.
Okay.
He was like, so if you're in Los Angeles, pick them up in Los Angeles, drop them off at Long Beach. And he's like, if you wanted this super easy job, I'm telling you, man, if you do this, you get hired, really good money. So I talked to this guy. And I went to the location.
He just had the audacity to text me.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you why. So I went to the interview, talked to him. He said, "Oh man, you good, man? Yeah." He's like, super simple job. Like I said, all you doing is pretty much, taking the conductors, blah 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 blah. He said, "We're gonna have to start you guys on call." There's like 6 of us there. Start you off on call, and obviously because you guys are the newbies, see how you guys last for a whole month. And then one of the people was like, where are we going? He's like, we might go from Long Beach, Alhambra, Barstow, Arizona, Vegas. That was like, whoa. Right? So in my head, I was like, I mean, it's like Ubering, it's not bad. And he's like, it's good tips. The people will pay you. So in my head, I was like, I'm still optimistic, right?
Vegas is crazy.
Yeah. So then he was like, somebody was like, how much is the pay? He's like, $18.75 an hour. I said, I think we're done here. Dude, $18.75 an hour.
Not to do that.
Dude, I did the math. I was like, a 12-hour shift is
Yeah.
like $200.
Yeah, dog.
That's wicked work.
Yeah.
That is.
And you know what's funny, bro? You remember when $200 a day was crazy money to you?
Yes, when you were 16.
You were like, woo, bowling.
Yeah. Yeah, when you were 16.
Now you're like, I can't live off this.
Yeah, I don't even think that's a minimum wage in Los Angeles.
Twitter says that the base pay for the first month. Maybe it gets better.
Man, no. I looked up the company and see what people were saying about it. It was like, this is the easiest job, but hours are long, not great pay.
That's a long day.
The fact that I can do a photo shoot, an hour photo shoot, and get paid twice as much.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, that is witchcraft. PA
sure.
rate is about $17.80, which is $250 a day.
Oh, PA's got a raise out here.
Yeah.
Dang, I didn't know they was making that much now. It was making booty money for the longest.
Yeah, I like how when I did PA, you did PA work before?
Yeah.
When I did PA work, they didn't even say the hourly rate. They were just like, you get paid $250 a day.
Yeah, it was a day rate.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible. I have a client coming in an hour and a half.
Look at this guy having a
So
client
I'm
coming
gonna
in.
have to wrap this up. Put the condom on.
Oh boy.
Some places they are getting $300 a day. Some places.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. PA is a lot of work. Kudos to y'all.
The fact that her last name is Evangeline is crazy. You ain't no evangelist.
Chris Red. Oh boy.
Yeah. Also, man, it's sad because I have a lot of female friends who are single and of age, and it's like,
What does of age mean?
well, as in older.
Oh, okay.
And I'm seeing who he's dating now, like who Keenan like.
Who's he dating now?
He's not showing it, but he's dating a younger woman. She's like in her 20s.
That's what happens.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like if you're gonna do it again, like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna do it again, it's like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get some fresh off the press. It's like very tight, everything perky, agile, great eggs. That's how men with value think.
Does Leo even have any kids?
I don't even know. Okay, Google. Does Leonardo DiCaprio have children?
On the website scmp.com, they say, DiCaprio, who has no children of his own at age 49, reportedly took his teenage niece shopping at Tiffany & Company and Prada, to name a few. Leo's dad, George...
Okay, Google, stop talking.
Okay.
Stop
Jesus,
talking.
you're nosy.
Man, I didn't ask all that.
I heard.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Just like, he don't have... This nigga, whew, that boy is securing his bag.
Man.
But like I said, it's tough, man, because it's...
I agree, Twilla. I hate that term as well. Of value, high value. I agree. That's stupid.
It sucks, man. I mean, that's how they describe it. You know, it sucks because, you know, a lot of older women are great, and it's like, and when men have power, money, success, status, it's like, I want this wise, beautiful 41-year-old woman, or I want this young...
I've always been team older woman.
Sure.
Always.
Sure, but you also never been a man of value.
But what do you mean? I'm a high value guy. I'm a high value guy.
You are valuable.
I'm a high value guy. I'm not, no millionaire.
Do you have security walking you in and out? Are you being invited to numerous places just to speak?
But I'm worth a lot of money dead.
Oh, boy.
That's a lot of value.
Yeah.
I'm a whole house dead. I'm a walking, talking house.
And you have never seen the success. You have never had the Chaz, over here, Chaz. You like,
I can imagine.
Can I have a picture with you? I'm like, I'm with my family.
I would have lost my mind if that happened in my 20s.
Yeah.
I'd have been lost. I'd have lost it all.
Yeah.
Been in a dumpster somewhere, just on all kind of drugs.
Yeah. Here's my car. Here's my hotel. Here's my hotel key. Meet you there. I don't want to say. I just want to give you a hit. I'm celibate. I don't want to hear this. Please, I just want to give you a massage and you fall asleep.
Hilarious.
That's just a high, powerful man. It could be an older woman who's saying that. You know, the funny thing is, when you see, like, they always say the NBA All-Star whores, the girls who always, like, fly into town, a lot of them girls be retiring, man. You don't see the older women. They was like, I've already secured the bag.
Right.
It's like, they stop at, like, 32.
Yeah.
And you don't see any, like, 55-year-old woman.
I hate the term high value men because I mean are we just talking about people who make a lot of money? Like is that the
who are visually known? It don't have to be money.
Okay.
It just be like if I'm attached to you.
Yeah, but you can be a trash dude, right? Who makes a lot of money, make you feel like shit, go cheat on you, right? So then I go like, well, are we just talking about like is that the value? Is it just the what this person has? Or are we talking about the good men plus the money? What's the value? What means value?
And that's in the eye of the beholder. Because sadly, there's a lot of broke, high number influenced people with numbers on Instagram that people want to do videos with them. But it's like if I do a video with you, I get more followers, and it's like I will do it for free. Just like I'm not gonna say a person's name, but he has about 120,000 followers, and he asked me, could I do a project for him? And I said, well, I charge. He said, man, I'm just going to go to my followers and see if I can find somebody that can do it for free. And he did. And I was like, well, a personal value. Because there's like, if I'm doing this podcast, shooting this podcast one for free, I feel like I'm attached to it. We can grow together, which is an investment. You know, I'm doing this for free. I'm editing his projects for free.
Asking somebody for free is wild. It's just wild.
I mean,
if you have the money for sure.
Right.
That's wild.
I mean, you got to be a businessman at that point. It's sad, but you got to be a businessman.
The fact that somebody would do it is crazy.
It's not crazy if it's a young.
But still, if everybody said no, they'd have to pay somebody.
Eventually, yeah.
So I'm just like,
somebody's
like, I'll do it. All right. Thank y'all so much for watching the episode of Lackaroni and Chaz.
Now, check, please. Do you mind if I give them some more?
Yes, please.
A lot of laughs we cooking up in this podcast. Type in XD is high key the live stream. There's mostly positive conversations except we tend to get darker than elbows and Wesley. There's mostly positive conversations except we tend to get darker than elbows and Wesley.
You always be like, yeah, switch it up. Give me a challenge.
No, because I did the same line again.
Thank y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching on listening. Thank y'all for we hit 4,000 downloads on the audio side.
Come on. You got to praise the blessings.
And then we're growing on it's going very slow growing on our actual new channel. But if you guys can go ahead.
Tell them.
Go ahead.
If you guys are watching this right now, go over to the YouTube channel and subscribe to Lackaroni and Chaz's actual channel.
You're going to have to go down a bit because there's a lot of mine still.
Yeah.
But I will stop uploading from this channel. I will stop uploading from my actual channel. It will be over there. There's a link in there.
Listen to us on Spotify and Apple Music, right?
Yeah, Apple Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts.
Audible. We're everywhere.
Yeah.
Podbean. We're everywhere.
There it is. Hey, yo. I got a lot of stuff to do, man. Love y'all. Mocha God. Spicy Original. Twilla. Moyo. Thank y'all for watching. When I look y'all up on TV, it autocorrects Lackaroni and Chaz.
All right, y'all.
All right,
Appreciate y'all.
Toodaloo.
Peace.